The rats are have been trying to desert a sinking ship. I'm not talking about the many people over the first 3 years of the the orange apes administration who left because they just could no longer tolerate the son of a bitch. But I'm talking about the ones who signed on to participate with him in his lies and deception and bullshit and dividing the country and chaos that these bastards like William Barr, the Attorney General, and some of these other ones, hope will result in the establishment, the firm establishment of a fascistic nation in which they have lots and lots of power along with Trump, which I think indicates how stupid these people are. If you take a look at any fascist movement, it has its initial moments. It has the moments when it builds membership. Then it starts to have the purges to get rid. I don't care if it's what brand of fascism it is, be far left or far right, makes no difference. This always happens, whether it's Hitler or Stalin, whether it's Mao or Pol Pot. It doesn't matter. At some point, the purges begin and people are wholesale executed in order to consolidate the power of the tyrant. In this case, the orange ape, Donald Trump. So at some point, you have in a society like ours, where there are still the remnants of democratic order, there's still the remnants of ability to leave the orange ape and not have your head shot off. We still have the ability for some of these animals, these beasts, to leave Trump. And some of them are very slowly starting to realize, I don't care if it's Mike Esper or the chairman of the Joint Chiefs or this phony-ass bastard Attorney General William Barr, they're all trying to weasel their ways out of some of the more extreme examples of Trump's madness and his fascism. The latest. Attorney General William Barr says law enforcement officers were already moving to push the protesters back from a park in front of the White House when he arrived last Monday evening. What he's working up to, I didn't order this, even though the orange ape insists that he did, and other people within the inner circle of the orange ape's sycophants. But now Barr is saying, I didn't give a command to disperse the crowd. I supported the decision, of course, but I didn't. Not me. Now, those comments came in an interview with the Associated Press on Friday. And they were his most detailed explanation of what unfolded outside the White House Monday a week ago. And his comments come after people in the White House and others said repeatedly, over and over, that yes, Willie Barr did order officers to clear the park. Yes. I mean, that's been the official story. Until this filthy son of a bitch, William Barr, this so-called Attorney General, is starting to realize that we, the natives, we, the proletariat, we, the people, have just about had enough, and that military officers of the highest rank, so far those who have retired, are sharing our concerns. How much longer will it be until active military high-ranking officers begin to say, you know what? This son of a bitch and his whole cadre of enablers has got to go. How much longer? We're slowly moving in that direction. And I think this phony Attorney General, William Barr, is starting to read the mood and the reality of the people of this country, whether they are retired 3-4-star military generals or all the way down the food chain to little podcasters like me and demonstrators like my 15-year-old daughter. And people all over this country who are saying, finally, This is enough of this fucker. This is enough, not just of Trump, but the whole rotten system. Well, and as you know, shortly after those insane fucking so-called law enforcement people and National Guardsmen, whoever was involved, it's hard to tell because everybody's, oh, what, me? Oh, me? No. After they aggressively pushed back these demonstrators, then the Orange Ape, accompanied by Barr and these Pentagon leaders and other top advisors, including his bitch fuck of a daughter, Ivanka, shows up carrying her great big fucking purse in which she had placed a Bible to hand to her psychotic father as a prop. God damn you, Ivanka. That's when they all walked through Lafayette Park to pose for a photo op at the nearby church that had been damaged during the protests. So this whole sordid bullshit photo op put together by Trump and his bitch family and his fucked up inner circle, this whole episode played out on live television and resulted in some otherwise heretofore silence, some outcry from some Republicans and former military leaders, including, of course, most famously, General Jim Mattis, who was Trump's first Secretary of Defense. And William Barr, in his lying goddamn interview to the AP, said that much of the criticism was unwarranted from Mattis, and that Mattis's written statement and all of his comments to his friends, to his associates, all of it, that rebuke was, according to William Barr, quote, born of ignorance of the facts, end quote. Former defense secretary is ignorant of the facts. And this gruesome twosome of Donald Trump and William Barr are the keepers of the facts. They know the facts. How could Mattis? And even with that, slimy fuckers from inside the Trump inner circle spent much of last week trying to explain how the situation escalated and why smoke bombs and pepper balls and police on horseback and tear gas was needed to clear a peaceful crowd exercising their First Amendment rights. Now, I know it is very easy and appropriate for black folk to criticize what I just said. These are people exercising their First Amendment rights, peaceful assembly, the right to petition Congress to redress grievances, all of this stuff, when black folk have been trying to do that since this country was a country and for years before. Don't lynch me. Don't kill me. Don't beat me. Don't enslave me. Don't deny me every fucking thing that I need for a decent, peaceful life. I get that. I do. Trust me. I've gotten that for a long time. But I understand more fully now how my complaining, or any white person complaining, about what these son of a bitches did in Lafayette Park Monday a week ago kind of falls on ears that are so used to hearing violent rhetoric directed toward them. Under any circumstances, get out of the car, show me your hands, bang, bang, you're dead. You can't breathe? Here, let me apply more pressure. Fuck you. But it's different now. I believe this. I believe it's different in the sense that our white brothers and sisters are beginning to understand what it's like, as Reverend Al said at the memorial service last week, what it's like to have a knee on your neck. Get your knee off my neck. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to The Ranting with the audio podcast, or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.